So
What's up,
let's get
director?
back to. I want to get back to the song that Despair was just playing, and it will show you that you and Nish did. How did you guys
Yeah.
decide to collaborate on that? Was this like a long time thing coming, or was it something that was like, we got together and we just said, hey, we need to do something now?
It was
That's a
a long
good
time
question.
coming for sure. That's definitely a long time coming, but it came up because yeah, we just were I think we were like texting each other and I was like, yo, I got a beat that I think we could rock, and I sent it to you and you were down, and then that's it. Yeah, so the
Yeah,
song started.
we were trying to do it. I think the common chord was it's always through the producer and then the friendship and then the producer friendship. So a lot of
Yeah,
people don't know, but me and Lance are real close. Like Lance is one of my real like lifetime friends. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And we always through our whole career, whole time, especially a lot the last actually real 8-7 years lately, just bounce stuff off each other. And then the fact that me and Nish have always been cool. We weren't as close, but we always had an awesome relationship. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And, and then
yeah,
we both get our music through Lance. If you notice, every project I do, I'm always gonna have a landscape beat on it. You know what I mean? Lance has been involved with me for so long. And then Nish works with him. So it was easy because we had the same producers and we're all friends, right? And then
yeah,
we're on the same lane. So I think it was just a matter of us finding the right, because we both didn't want to rush it. We want to make it like making a nice pasta, you know what I mean? So and we just wanted to find the right beat for it. And took a little while, but we both, when we heard it, I think we both chose the same one out of the batch of 3 or 4, but it was the ones we wanted to do. And then from that, it was a whole other process, right? Because we
yeah,
didn't write
yeah.
it together. We wrote it separately. Yeah.
Yeah,
We wrote it separately. Actually, I recorded my part first. I recorded my part first, and we weren't even in the same studio, right? And then I think I sent it. Yeah, I sent it to you. You guys recorded,
yeah.
right? And down at Cherry Beach. That's right. So it was a back and
That's right.
forth thing. I had to
Yeah,
rewrite part of mine, because then when I wrote mine and he did his part, we had the arrangement. The only thing we had, I think we figured out, was we knew the arrangement, like how
yeah.
many bars we were gonna do it.
That's right. Yeah,
And yeah, and then we just kind of went back and forth, chopped, rewrote, I rewrote, came back, arranged. Yeah, that song took like a while. That song took like good for one song. We worked on that for a good 2.5, 3 months.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
we didn't rush
Yep,
that song at all, man. And that's the thing about the music we make. I think that's what people can play for a long time. You hear the energy behind it. Like we're really making art, man.
See,
We're not in
yeah,
this. We're crafting something that's gonna have legs, man.
that's what you
Not
just
something
said
just
right
gonna.
there. The energy. The music doesn't have energy anymore. Like when you are sitting there listening to your own track and popping your head and then getting that same love every time you hear it. That's what I love about music. I don't like just putting out things just for the sake of putting it out. And then that's why I like the craft that how you guys are, because you take your time. And that's the one thing I
Well,
love
that's the
about you
thing
guys.
about us. Like we're on a different status of artists. Like people put you in that quote unquote legendary status, but I think what that means is when people say is that we have our art is a little different than everything that's out there. What we put out stands out a little more than we're not just we're not a typical artist. Like we're the kind of artists, if somebody wanted to try and even like Xerox what Nish does, you can't. You can't copy his style. You can't copy Thrust style. But we have our own identity, and it's over time it's growing. It's still growing and changing. If you listen to our styles, it's like wine, fine wine. So I think you're right, and that's our whole intent. I'm not doing this to like get some crazy number. If the numbers come, the numbers come. That's great. I'm just doing it to leave something that's great, that's going to stand the test of time, that you're going to see. You could be able to play these songs. All our whole catalog, 30 years old, still getting played. Right. So I've always been
yeah,
a believer. You could get played for 6 months, or you could get played for lifetimes.
And
Right.
you're both right about the energy, because I know making the reels, you got to listen to that song over and over and over and over again, because you're doing all the editing with it. And for me, listening to it over and over again, I can still listen to it, and it still sounds the same to me. It's still a song that holds up. It's not something that my head was like, man, I can't listen to this anymore. I've listened to it 300-400 times already, making all this stuff.
yeah.
I still blast it in my car.
Cool.
So I mean, it's still a song that holds up. So that's you guys are right about the energy part of it.
And that's what we do before we give it to you guys. Right. That's our test. Me and Nish. That's what we know, what to change certain parts. And Lance always, and anyone that makes music like that, right? That's what we do. Like, I
Yeah.
know it's that song when I gotta put it away. Cause that's
Yeah,
why I
but you
get
see
to
a
a
lot of
point.
people.
I get to a point like, dude, I played this. Like, if I'm not playing that song, like how you guys are saying it, when we first, like before we share it, like over and over, like I know I'm like, dude, I just don't. I gotta put this song away, man. Right? And when you get that feeling where you gotta put this away, that's when that should be. There should. We need to. It's like there was standards in the game. There's standards, which is fine, but we have a self standard, right?
Well, yeah, but you see,
Well,
but
for me,
there's
like for me, I usually. Oh, sorry, man. Go ahead.
I would say, but you see, the craft, the way you guys did it, every time I listen to it, I always find a different punchline I want to fuck with. Like something I want to scratch. Like it just works. Like every single time I'm playing with it, I'm always scratching something different on there.
Well, that's
Like,
Nish,
never the
man.
same part.
Nish pushed me, dude. This one, because I'm not that type of rapper, right? I could be any type of rapper. If you know these artists, I could be any type of rapper. I'm fluid, right? I'm Scorpio. I'm a water sign. We're fluid. I could be what I need to be in the moment, right? But yeah, I knew I'm coming with this guy. Like, okay, I got to come out of my bag and go into a different bag, which was fun for me, which I enjoyed too. And if you listen to me, I sort of rap. I put myself like acting. I went into like method acting. If you know this, I tried to sort of sound like you. If you listen to the first part, it's a little bit, right? I just
I didn't really catch
no, if you
that.
listen to it, go listen to it. I sort of, because I always admired your style. So I know your style. That's when I do a song with another artist, it's because I have admiration for them. Right.
Cool.
So when you have a natural admiration, you almost know their style already because you like it. It gives you energy. Right. So if you listen to it, especially listen to the first, that's why I let those little plot. I try to just give a little, not be you, but a little, hear that influence.
Listen, that
right?
song brought
right? And
me
that's
back
me.
to when Tech and Sway and them came out with the intro track there. That's what that brought me back to. Because it was just bars. Like it was just like you guys went back and forth, flawless. Everything made sense. It followed through nice. And then it's just like, and then especially with Thrust, the way he came in, is like how Biggie would sound now. You know, if he would break it down in certain type of things. Like this is how hip hop essence is supposed to be when you age. And when I go back and listen to when you guys first started to how you guys are now, it's like you're like you have something to say now. Back then, it was just like, okay, let's just put some words together. You know,
yes,
a bunch of like wordplay and stuff just to make it rhyme because everyone just wanted to rhyme. Now you guys are just like expressing how you feel, and that's what hip hop is becoming heavier now. That everyone's just expressing themselves again, like the Poor Righteous Teachers days and all that stuff. No one's doing that anymore. Like everyone just dummied it down just to make sense of it. A, B, C, D, and C. Like
no, I didn't get
don't
dummied
care.
down. It's like we got to break it open. What happened was the industry went to Atlanta. It left New York and went to Atlanta, and to me, that was like the majors took it there, and they changed. They messed up. They were trying to mess up the game for how long since the inception, and they did. And it was just that one sound just predominated everything. To the point where like New York records sound like they're coming from Atlanta. Toronto records sound like they came out of Atlanta. Houston records sound like they came out of Atlanta. LA records is like, what's going on? We are different people, different from different places with different vibrations, frequencies, going through different things. How can our music all of a sudden just be one sound? And I'm not even hating on the sound. I'm just telling you that it shouldn't be one thing. You know what I mean? Hip hop was the greatest thing about it. And what made it and gave it its legs and that energy you guys are talking about is because we had it regional. Oh, that's the sound from Missouri. That's the sound from LA. That's that, you just gravitate all these different sounds. That's the Houston sound. You know what I mean? Some of my favorite hip hop came out of Houston, man. I love all that. I get off so much. That's what we miss. You got your Scarfaces, your this, that. You go over here, you had Stoop over here, you had Bone Thugs and Harmony. That's the beauty because there was a mosaic. So now they want to put our people, and that's just trying to put black males in one typecast. If you really want to get down to it, you know what I mean? We just one way and one kind of people now? No. And if you are falling for it, then that's cool if you're falling for it, but I know what it is. So I'm not scared to like go against the grain. I've always gone against the grain. So I don't want to be like everybody else, man.
I gave up commercial hip hop after the past few videos that just popped up in the past while and certain people doing certain things. So I ain't gonna speak on it. I'm just telling you that the internet's really like starting to piss me off, and the rap game is getting really messed up. We need to get back to teaching the kids again because really, no one's teaching anybody to man up. Everyone's teaching everyone to whine and complain, and it's getting
and it's like,
do you think it's more of they want instant success right now, that they don't care what they're putting out.
Yes.
They just want that instant
Yes,
success.
they're
And
putting
that's
out
it.
whatever kind of content to catch the wow factor to get famous right away.
Yeah.
That's what it is now. I
But
agree.
like you said, why do you want, like, the thing is so funny is everybody wants fame, but do you really want it? Like, and why do you want it so fast?
Because that's
If
what
you
the
get
world's
it,
based on.
no, hold on. This is what I'm saying to the artist who's just trying to contemplate in this. Think about why you don't want it fast, dude. You don't want it fast, my G. Take it from a legend. You don't want it fast. You want to have the story. If you get it fast, you're gone faster. Right?
But are people going to remember you in 6 months down the road?
That's what
if
I
you
said.
got you got it right now, right?
You gone faster.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, here's what I'm saying. When I say gone, you're not even gonna be alive, my G. You're not gonna live because you have to take it slow to know how to handle it. Right? Jay-Z and Kanye. Jay-Z surpassed Kanye. What they're billionaires now, man. How do you think they survived it, man, to become billionaires? How are you gonna survive to be like them? I'm not saying I want you to get what you want to get. But, so you gotta, you have to go through certain things, learn certain things along the way, right? And then you have more of like just that's how me and Nish have a story to tell now.
See, Kanye
right?
West just changed the game. Kanye West has changed the game. He came out with a new song called Classic, remixed by Premier, featuring Rakim, Nas, and KRS-One. Now he's being played in boom bap and pop at the same time. He's good.
Kanye did because everybody, I'm telling you, it's over. The other stuff's already been over, dude. Everybody's home, man.
So he's going right back to hip hop.
Everybody's home. If you ain't hip hop, here's the thing about hip hop. If you leave hip hop, I'm gonna tell you. We talked about this. If you leave hip hop, here's the most scary thing. Nish knows what I'm talking about. If you leave hip hop, you can't come back. You leave hip hop. So everybody who left, not those people who are doing the other stuff, might try and want to come and do hip hop. That's different. But if you were hip hop and then you left to jump over to do the trap game, and then you trying to come back over into the hip hop game, you ain't doing it, and you yourself know you can't do it. So just bow down and step out because the audience is going to accept you. Now the weird thing is going to be despair. We're talking about those people who are just going to try and do hip hop now, who's from the other class. But I don't think they'll be able to do it because they can't rhyme. You see what I'm saying? When you follow that pattern, it was gonna eat y'all up, man. I knew it was gonna eat y'all up, man. Because for 10 years you didn't develop as an artist, man. For 10 years, I never even don't even know if you even have a voice. He was hiding behind all this stuff.
So that's a question I want to ask Nash. Like, Nish, really, as you see in the game right now, who do you even listen to outside of like our era of hip hop, our world of hip hop? Like, do you listen to anybody outside of the boom bap world that you would like take in mind and say you like?
Like I like the Griselda stuff. It's cool.
See, okay, there were
and I don't know, like pretty much that vibe. All the guys are under that, and I just heard a new crazy. Lance put me on to this dude named RJ Payne. I don't know if you guys.
RJ Payne is dope. He's been good for a while, man. Yeah. He got a lot of videos. Go back. He got some dope. Yeah, he's amazing, dude. He's amazing. There's always a lot of good hip hop, but it's like the good hip hop, there's not gonna be that many albums every year. It's mostly singles. The authentic hip hop's always been single driven. So you got to find the singles, listen to the shows, listen to the spares. Let me say, so you're gonna get 2 or 3 albums, then you're gonna get, you know what I mean?
We see now there is boom bap albums that are coming out that I would listen to the whole album. These trap albums, I can't listen to the whole album. That's the difference. See, like if it's an actually prepared album like Busta Rhymes did. Busta Rhymes came back and fed everybody properly. Nas came back and gave everybody a piece of everything. You know, that's what everyone's missing out. You don't have to change your style on the track, but yeah, I'll put a trap rapper on there if he's decent.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's just how the game's got to go. You can't be so biased in the game, but there's some rappers that are worth stepping up because they do have bars. They're just dumbing it down to fit into what they're doing, but they can spit.
I don't know. My bottom line is this, man. I don't know why being ordinary is cool, dude. And it ain't cool. I like to be exceptional. You know what I mean? And I was born to be exceptional, born to stand out. And it's so weird to me to see my own people just want to be just ordinary and be like everybody else. Why y'all want to be like everybody else? You know what I'm saying, G? Like I just don't understand that. And if I gotta be that way and I'm the only one that's that way, that's cool. I'll keep it that way. Cause you know what that's gonna mean? That means I'm just gonna continue to stand up. And I'm just gonna stand up because everyone's gonna be all the cattle over there and we just be over here. And that's just
Hey.
what it is. And everyone's got their own choice. That's cool. But from a hip hop perspective, dude, you're supposed to have your own identity, G.
That's why.
And there's a lot of trap people just don't consider they're not into hip hop. Like they don't consider we're doing hip. They're not into the culture. So that's cool. Then just don't come back over here because what you're doing ain't gonna last. It's gonna be like disco. It's like disco. That shit was popping for a while, dude. 8, 7, 8, 9 years, but it's dead because it's the same thing being reiterated over and over and over and over again, right? And that never lasts, man. That will never last.
That's like being the difference between a smoker and a weed head. You ask a smoker, I asked somebody the other day, ain't say no names, yo, what's next month? What's the biggest holiday for weed people next month? He's like, what do you mean? It's like growing month or something? And I'm just like, dude,
420.
Oh my goodness.
I'm like, dude, you tell me you were arguing with me over sativa indica. You don't even know what 420 is?
Oh my goodness.
And I'm just sitting there going like, bro, come on. Like it's just like
trendy, man.
That's why I don't believe anybody in this game when they say, yeah, I know hip hop, but you can't even tell me who Grandmaster Flash and Furious 5 is. You know what I mean? Or you can't tell me who Cool Herc is. You know, if you're a DJ. Like that really hurts.
Then just like I said, we know the thing is, the funny thing about being hip hop is it's hip hop. You ain't gotta question it. When you see them and you know who ain't. Like it's not even a thing. No matter where you go, no matter what country, no matter what, it could be a different language. It don't matter. Like, yeah, okay. You know what I mean? It's just the universal energy, man. That's the beautiful thing about it. No matter where you go, and people gravitate towards it. You can't fake it. You can't pretend with it. But a lot of people pretending, been lying, been trying to change her story or his story to make history. You know what I mean? So, well, we here. That's why we do this show. We're gonna keep bringing the guests on, and we'll keep addressing it,
Winnipeg. And I'm trying to get guys to tell me they know hip hop, and I'm like, name me every member of Monolith. Every time I do it, I sit back and laugh. I sit there and laugh to this day. It's like my favorite thing to do because if you don't know who that is, then I don't want to talk to you. You know what I mean?
Well, it's a bit of it is like we got to school them too, right? Like everybody can't. It's a generation gap, and our generation. A lot of us, we're at fault too for that gap, people not knowing certain things too, right? And a lot of people's attitudes of people didn't care. A lot of people, and artists, when they do interviews too, they make the interviews too much about themselves. You know what I mean? They make interviews all about themselves. When I do interviews, I never try to when I had that moment with Master T or in those moments, I never, if you notice, look back, I never made them all about myself. I try to make it a bit about my points, what I'm doing, but then I got to grow the culture. And that's what people got to do, grow the culture, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, because if you grow the culture more than yourself, you always have a place to live. You always have a place to play, and you always have a backyard. You know what I mean? Like, if we keep growing that, as long as that's alive. But if that dies, we have nothing. No matter how skilled an artist you are, and that's why I think we do this show. That's why we all do what we do. I think that's why we take the time to craft whatever we do and have a certain standard to it. Because once you do that and have a standard and a level of professionalism and talent, then you're going to grow. We're growing the culture, man. And I think that's what our duty is, man. That's how we educate the kids. That's how we inspire. And that's what we're here to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, guys?
Do you want to get into Get Fly? Are we allowed to play that?
You can play that if you want, sure, yeah.
You got it. Let's run it, man. I'm down. It only makes sense, man.
Despair froze.
Who's gonna run it though?
Despair, you
got
that?
It on deck. You got it.
I don't have it on here.
Oh, you don't have it.
You have it. You have. Can you drop it, Tom?
I can put it in.
Drop it, Tom, right?
I'll edit it in. Don't worry. I'll edit it in.
Okay, let's edit it in. We take a quick break. Get fly. You know what I'm saying? Cedar Hill. Yo, Nish, landscaping. It's a Northern Touch show. Despair, director, awesome.
Okay, perfect. And then I'll put that into there, and then you could just welcome us back.
Yeah, I think. Okay, guys, welcome back. I don't know what else we want to get into, man. We talked about a whole bunch of stuff, man.
Well, let's talk a little bit about Get Fly. Let's talk about the music video. got to see that. You had a couple of really cool clips in there. I don't know what the process is for using certain clips. I saw you had a UFC clip in there with Gary Goodrich. He's from Canada as well. That's really cool.
That's dope.
Yeah. How did that come about with the video?
Pretty much Lance wanted to do more visuals, so he got into like in the last couple months into the video editing because of COVID and everything. It's hard to link and make videos now. So he basically just took clips from certain things and just compiled it all together and tried to line up things with certain words and that kind. I think the Goodrich one might have been. I can't remember which part that is. I know there was a Gilbert Ivel line that I do. That
it's Gilbert Ivel. It is Gilbert Ivel. It's not Gary Goodrich.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So I'm super MMA. So I'm always throwing lines about it. So he just I guess it's easier for him to you can visualize it.
I'm assuming you watched the Ngannou fight last night.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, he got starched.
What's your take, man? Give us your take. What's your take on the fight? Let the people know what you think. What's your opinion on the fight?
I honestly thought it went how I thought it would go. To be honest with you, I mean, I think they fought before, and I always thought it was weird that he kind of got dominated a little in Ngannou, but this one was just it was so satisfying seeing what happened.
The guy is a beast.
I think he deserves it, man. I think he deserves it.
Yeah.
The problem is that Stipe made two mistakes. The first mistake was he abandoned his wrestling because Ngannou stopped one takedown and he got out of that fight. He got away from his game plan. And the second one was he thought he had rocked Ngannou with a punch and he rushed in and he got caught.
Oh, one of those.
Got caught bad.
Yeah, you one of those.
And he collapsed. Like you saw the knee just bend underneath him. But Ngannou, you know what? That can hit you with a jab and you're done. Like that guy's just pure powerhouse.
And he caught him coming in, so he had the momentum too. He just, oh my goodness, dude. Good night. Rockabye, baby.
Like to me, like UFC is still good, but like they need people like Ngannou who like takes people's heads off like that because it's more it's entertainment too. I understand you don't want to have a losing record and you don't want to put certain things on the line, but like watching sometimes guys just kind of like jabbing each other for 3 rounds kind of sucks. So seeing Ngannou just absolutely destroy people is kind of dope.
Yeah, Annihilation is
I'm a big
good,
MMA
man.
head, so I'm gonna see if I can get the camera around here if it'll go. But
there's
a couple of the guys that I met back here. Over there is I met John Jones, and then if we look over this way, I've got the title there, and then there's like
he's got the title belt. It's something,
like Matt Hughes and Rich Franklin and all the older guys. Got a chance to meet Chuck Liddell, Anderson Silva. I've met like 3 times. That guy was really, really cool.
And you interviewed Ken Shamrock, right?
And I did. Yeah, I had Ken Shamrock on the show. I want to get Anderson on. That would be really cool to get him on.
Can he speak enough English to do it?
I think so. I think his English is good enough. I know when I met with him, his English was good enough to have like a semi conversation with you. But for a whole interview, I don't know. I'm gonna reach out to him and see if he'll do it.
You should, man. Dope, man. What else? Initial. I mean, so the single is available. It's out, right? Out now. Next week. When's it? Everything's out and available just for the audience to get fly.
The new one or the
the new one. Yeah.
Game Face is the new one, right?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. It's
sorry,
out
man.
on
So many songs.
on all
Oh my
platforms.
goodness.
Yeah, on all platforms, and we're gonna release the video. I think on Monday, but it's another one that Lance put together with the clips and everything like that.
Dope. So I'll make sure y'all get that Cedar Hill, man.
Yeah,
when that album, I know that album come, man. Oh man, I'm good. That's gonna be album's gonna be on rotation. Woo, the Cedar Hill album. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Can you imagine? Greatness.
Hopefully soon,
what? So And speaking of, since we went off topic, was one thing we like to do in the show, break the monotony of the show. You said you're into the MMA. What other things are you into besides like music like that? Like, do you like cooking? I don't know, books, like something. Like, what's your other things, your other vices, I guess?
To be honest with you, other than music takes up most of my time, man. That's my biggest hobby, and pretty much the thing I enjoy doing most of my free time. But other than that, it's watching fights with friends. Pretty much that's the second thing. MMA. I've been watching MMA before it was even like UFC stuff, and I wasn't even into UFC. I was into like Pride FC, and a lot of people don't even still know what that is sometimes. So it's
wow, man,
that was the violent kicks to the head, man. Wow, man,
I remember
fights.
that, dude.
Those were some good fights back then.
I remember that. That's I
fell in love with the Pride stuff, and I always liked the UFC that was going on, but Pride was always a little bit more better, like a little bit, like that's where Rampage and Shogun came from. So it was cool when they merged with UFC, but the Pride was just something crazy. So so MMA.
UFC went and bought out too many. They bought out the Strike Force. They bought out Elite XC. Right. They've kind of monopolized the whole thing. So it's hard. You got your Bellator now. You got UFC, but Bellator's been on a break for a while. They just came back recently. So it's been like UFC and UFC only that you could watch.
Yeah, kind of killed. They almost killed themselves. They should have let the other ones develop a little bit, I think, and it would have been. You know what I mean?
You need competition. I understand. You always need competition.
Yeah, like it pushes you, right?
Yeah. The
competition pushes you, right? To be better and to expand. And then all the fighters under that one, they're kind of just, it's kind of weird. But that's what they did. You can't go back. Forward, never backwards, right? So always forward, never backwards. So that's it. Yeah. So what? So no gaming, no nothing. You're not one of them. No, none of that stuff.
No, not really. No, I obviously used to when I was younger, but I just don't have the time.
Fight music, man. Well, we understand. We hear what you be writing. I know that. Hey, man. Yeah. This guy's writing some Dead Sea Scrolls. Let's go.
Yeah.
It takes time to craft, man. Yeah, that's right. Takes time to craft, my G. Dedication to the craft. Well, I think we're good. I mean, let's despair, man. You got anything you think we missed out on? Anything you wanted to throw in the mix while we're here just talking? What's up, man? You want to play a couple songs on the way out? And
it was fun. It was a great time.
I had an awesome time, fellas.
So before we play on the music, let's let everyone give out their socials where everyone can find everybody. Let's start with Nish, of course, our guest on today's show. Where can everybody find you? Where can they expect your music coming up shortly? Anything that you want?
Well, I'm on Instagram, Nish Cedar Hill, and that's about it. I don't really have much other social media, but the singles are coming. Like every month, we want to put out a new single. Obviously, we're going to compile them and make an album soon, but we're just going to keep putting out the singles right now because we're having fun doing it, and response has been great. So just going to keep we're not going to stop doing that. We're just going to keep going in that direction pretty much. Yeah.
Awesome.
Dope.
And Despair, where can everyone find you?
You can find me on my app, DJ Despair, and all social media, DJ Despair. You can see it on my front there. Everything DJ Despair, even Linktree. I'm everywhere.
Everywhere.
And
says Mr. Digital.
Yeah. Yes, he's the digital king. So don't take that moniker, the digi. On me, everything, all day, Thrust Music. THRUSTMUZIK. Thrust Music across all platforms. Except for Facebook, but you search Thrust, it's at the top. All right, that's it.
And of course, the Northern Touch Show on Instagram, at the Northern Touch Show. On Twitter, you can find us at Northern Touch 6. Also, my other show here on my left, Pod Jerky. You can find us at Pod Jerky on every platform. So if you want to play us out, Despair, this has been a fun podcast, fun show to interview Nish. Thanks so much for coming on. We appreciate you coming on and giving us your time.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Salute.
Thank you all, y'all.
It's about to go down. This is a DJ Despair exclusive.
baseball bat. Yeah, I'm on that. You know I'm on that. I got a couple safe spots for the straps. Yeah, I'm on that. You know I'm on that. And Lord knows we about it since way back.
And everybody's
Yeah,
colors
I'm on
coordinated. That was
Cushy
weird,
with the
dude.
bomb hash.
You notice that?
Cushy bombs had a face slap.
You notice that, yo? The
I'm
backdrop?
from the school where we shut it down.
That's crazy.
Ain't no principal
You
will
notice
probably
that?
beat you if you try to fuck around. A lot of people, they got knuckled down. They see my set come out hogging the hall. We make you shuffle round. The band room, no, they ain't nothing round. My roll pack on the go jack. Tell me who got the toughest
You know, this is
sound.
the track that's gonna be on
Ain't
our
shit
compilation.
changed. I shift
Oh,
change
good. I was
till
wondering. I said, this is dope. I was about to say this is dope too.
You know I'm on that.
Yeah, this is perfect, yo.
Ready for the combat.
Oh, we already shot the
Yeah.
video.
On the beat.
We're finishing
Oh.
the rest of it today.
Hey yo, we about to blow up like
trust me,
Syria and
that
Iraq.
that
You can't sell
our
that
EP is
tough
gonna be
talk.
dirty.
I don't buy that.
Yeah, it is gonna be, dude.
Feel
I'm so
myself.
excited
You
about
should
this,
try
dude.
that.
This
The
record's
only
gonna
time
be
I
so
ever
sick.
lie is when I lie
And when you
back.
see the cover, we're
Girl
gonna
like
just
that,
lose it,
you
dude.
give
Because that
up
guy's
like
artwork,
that.
oh my
Old school
goodness, man.
niggas like, yeah, that's lit. All my old school
This is
niggas
dope.
like, that's that shit.
Oh, I got
Pass
some
that
for us
spliff. I'm
after
trying to
this.
take it to another
There's,
level. I'm just smoking with the guy. While you
just say
drinking with the
these
devil.
guys
Don't
right
save
here,
up. There's really no
and
hope
those
for
guys
these
right
hoes.
there.
They just
Yeah.
want to party,
Backing our
put
place.
coke in their nose. What's a bad bitch if she can make a sandwich? I told her I'm an artist and the body was a canvas.
Up on that, Kush with
When
the
you got about
cognac.
6,000
Still
plus
got the
DJs
looks, all the
behind you,
girls
you
tryna
don't want
chat.
to be an asshole to me when it
Up
comes
on
down to
that,
dropping
pushing,
tracks.
I don't fall
No.
back. Tryna
Especially
put
when
my
it's
hometown on my
hours.
back.
And never
Yep.
for
I've
me to
been
drop a
on that,
project,
long
so
before
I'm
the
happy.
mumble rap. We'll be copycats, couldn't
Oh
get
yeah,
you
and
daps.
also
I've been
Sean
on
Khan
that. I
from
don't
Tribal
need no
is the
contract.
next rapper.
Hey yo, my people, are you with me?
Oh,
Where
dope.
you at? Come on, where you at? What? Where you at? What? Where you at? Where you at?
See, this part right here is what we're gonna go shoot the scene for today.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna use
Today?
the drone for.
Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at?
I'm on that, you know I'm on that. I represent Queens, they loving how Con rap. They say they hotter than summer, I tell them fall back. These suckers mumbling they words, now what you call that? I'm just appalled at how
Yeah,
the rappers
boy.
is getting over. Word to Hover, so eat it, I become a
This reminds me of that, like,
supernova.
Natural
Baking
Elements
soda when
and,
you mix it with the cocoa.
and
On
the Dead
highway,
Prez
your
put
lyrics
together. You know what
put
Natural
over on
Elements?
the shoulder.
You know what I'm talking about, Despair? When you hear that little that ding 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 that has that nut, and then the bass is like that. Dead Prez. It's dope.
My words carry
My whole
over from
thing
New York to
is, I miss
Manitoba.
Channel
You
Z,
don't want a problem,
I
take a
miss-
loss. I'm handing
I mean,
out L's like
sorry,
Tila
I miss
Rock.
Channel
It's
Live.
yours. Leave them
I
gapping
miss, like,
for
all
air.
of
We
that
the
stuff.
dark side.
Yeah.
We
Like,
three the hard way.
You know, it's
Con
like,
Rupp and Mike
my
North.
backpack rap was my favorite thing.
Yeah, man. That's dope. Dope, 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 dope. Jet City, man.
All right. I'm just gonna stop the recording here.
Dope.